of the equipment picking tour here on the Barger Firearms Gaming channel, brought to you by me, the one and only of the channel. And with what we're going to do on this one, uh, the Lone Oak series, I didn't have the storage space on the PlayStation to get Lone Oak. I tried, could not do it. Just could not create the storage space for it. So that just there's no way of making it happen. I tried. Maybe later on I can get the space cleared up, but I couldn't get the space cleared up right now to do it. I was gonna do Alps panorama at the Northern Sea. Some things happened and that just didn't work out with that map either. So things just didn't work with how the map was behaving, what I was wanting to do with it, and it just didn't work out as far as it working either. So I decided to do Westbridge Hills. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the episode 3 of the equipment tour series that we're doing. And I'm also doing fertilizing on my maps, right, on my 3 fields that I own on here right now as well. Right, here's one piece of equipment since we're doing the equipment tour, the big group, as if you had to guess on that one. I will switch over, because I actually am running 2 fertilizing cruise runs, where you gonna call it, at the same time right now. I'll switch over and I'll show you the other one. I'm sure anyone that has watched my channel before can probably pretty well figure out what the other fertilizing rig is, because there's only really 2 fertilizing rigs that I use, so I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. Hire the worker, don't screw it up, don't be an idiot. And here you can see what my other fertilizing rig is, the Hardy Rubicon. Like I said, is anyone who's watched the channel before would know. Hello, nice. You pretty well guessed that this was going to be the other fertilizing rig. It's the only 2 that I use. What we'll do is we'll bump out and let him back over top of me. Thanks a lot, you idiot worker. And we will go to here, and we'll start off right here because this is where the equipment actually starts. So, first piece we're going to show is the BSM 70,000 liter trailer. That one is kind of a given. Same way that I always make it. Black frame, black rims, case red body. Nothing too surprising there. The man 6x6 with the big old aggressive tires, chrome rims, red case red body with the black stripe, and the 3-point hitch with the black push bar. Nothing really out of the ordinary there either. And I'm standing against a pole apparently. Now, you've not seen this in at least 2 videos. I think I might have had one on the Ravenport map, but I know there's not one on the my champ Harry Sat map. And it's the Elmer's Hallmaster 70,000 liter case red. Not a whole lot explaining to that. And then the little let's jump down where I can see this sticker. OPM, ORM, it has both. Looks like one's bold and one's not. Low loader. That was in the last equipment tour, and it's in this one as well. It works good for the small machinery. The shop's really close to the farm on this map, so it works really well for things like that. I think I hauled the Trex on it when I brought it to the farm from the store, so pardon that. Part of being a volunteer firefighter is you gotta have those radios on all the time. At times they like the static. Now our first planting rig that you're going to see is the Maestro 24.75 horse. What? How are they blocked by an object? Crappy. Well, see now that. Oh, that would be how. Rider worker, bag up. Idiot. You're not supposed to hit the other guy. Hey, Caleb, glad to see you in here. We're on an American map this time. It's not Lone Oak, unfortunately. I know that's the one that you requested. I didn't have the storage space. I tried every way in the world. I'm gonna have to look into trying something else to create the storage space for it. But this is an American map, so at least we got that part. Now, if I can get back through to where... Ah, crap, you ain't supposed to see all that stuff. Back to where I was before the two idiots decided to run into each other. We were showing off the Maestro and the Bridle, wide tires, extension, and 6-meter spreaders. That's gonna be a given. And does this really surprise anybody? The 380 on floaters. I think I've had this on every single map tour, on every single equipment tour so far. This is one of those, along with that spreader and more or less that truck and trailer and stuff, that you're going to get used to seeing a lot of. Because I tend to run the same, more or less the same equipment on most maps. If it's smaller, I will include more smaller pieces. But it's more or less the same equipment on most maps. But now here's something that I've not had on any other so far, is weights. Now this is the safety weight 2000. It has the 4 lights across the bottom, lights on top of the pole, rules, lights right there. It helps these tractors out a little bit. Some of them I think I've got 3 or 4 of these weights on here. And some of these tractors, it about makes them do a stoppie, but it works. Now we're gonna ease around this corner. No surprise there. Trek 600. Now I do have one of the weights on the back of it, just because it wasn't on a tractor at the time, and I didn't want to set out on just in between these two buildings, so I just slapped it on the back of the Trex and said, you know what, it's more light to back up with if I'm doing something at night with it. And we're gonna ease around through here, and ba-bam, 747 Big Bud on dubs. There's a reason that this tractor's on this map. You're gonna see why, if you can't kind of guess why, considering it's an 1100 horsepower tractor. And then a map this big, you gotta go with the two 790s with the 22,000, 23,000 liter capacity, somewhere in that range. The wide tracks just look best on these to me. I don't know why, but they do. These both these are identical twin combines. They've both got the same long folding header. 22, thank you. I know it's somewhere in that range. That's the reason I'm using them on this map. Both of them's got the wide axles and the long hitches, even though you don't really need to pull the headers around on this map. They'll fit most everywhere. And I did put in, I took the fuel station out that's here. I did a lot of work on the landscaping and everything. And put one of Missy B's fuel tanks down, filled it up to 10,000 full capacity. And then we're just going to open one door on this building and go in and show what's inside of it. And I did paint match this one to the 1050. Sitting on American duals. That's one thing I like about the tire options on this, is it actually says duals and says US, which is nice in my opinion. So I've actually got actual American style duals on it. You don't see, from my experience, I've not seen a lot of Fendt tractors, and I have crossed the US, crisscrossed it when I was hauling refrigerated trailers. But I have seen a few of these out in the Midwest, just not this big. But I figured throw some American duals on it, color match the white in the front. I got a couple of purposes for this tractor, but not what the big bud will do. This, on the other hand, can do what the big bud will do, just not nearly as fast. And it is the 620 Steiger, actually, not the quad track. I actually got the Steiger this time. I've not been showing this case as much love as I should, as much as I do love this tractor. So I decided to bring it out again. Might sell it later, don't know. That was my thought when I bought it, was I might sell it later just because I don't know if I'll use it a whole lot, but it's sitting here in the barn in case I do decide to use it. This is, I'm believing, the 60,000 liter Missy B. I have to check, but that's what I tend to use, so. Actually, you know what? We'll go in there and be sure. I want to give Missy B her credit. If this is what I actually use, you're not supposed to be looking. Not supposed to be looking. Yep, Missy B. This is the Missy B trailer. I'm gonna give her credit where it's due, because this trailer is amazing. Then, not a big surprise here, I would say. The Warrior Plus Plus sleeper along, paint match fenders, Type 2 bumper, satin black on the grill bumper and the mirrors, tinted windows with Type 2 stacks. Not a surprise there, I would say. And then the two sprayers go right here. As you can see, their bay doors are open. And then that's a given. Let's get in here and find the two said sprayers, because both of these idiots have missed stuff. So we're going to need to go back and fix what they missed. Because they're workers and they're idiots. Let's see, where'd he miss the spot at? Okay, he missed this whole bottom section down here. Because he's an idiot. We're gonna hit this little lick right here, lick and a half, and get it done. Then we're gonna go around and we're gonna hit we'll switch over to the Rubicon and hit what that idiot missed. Now you see why I don't hire a whole lot of workers, because they're stupid. Come on. Alright, that should be good. We'll go ahead and take this guy actually and put him up, and then we'll switch over to the Hardy and finish up what that idiot missed. While we're doing this, I'll be able to show you. Right here we have a silo, large multi-fruit, 500,000 liter capacity, plus 3 extensions that are 100,000 liters each. So I've got roughly 800,000 liters of multi-fruit storage, which will come in handy on a map like this, because you will push those high storage numbers like that if you're not selling immediately after you harvest. Alright, back into this. Fire this back up. Let's get back into our pause menu and see what idiot here missed. Flip around. Oop, that needs to come up. It's hitting the soybeans. Flip back around again. Toggle on steering motor right turn type. Okay, here we go. Idiot messed up over here. Somewhere right through here anyways. Probably right along this edge. Yep, I can see where he missed that right there now. These workers are idiots. I don't know why workers don't know how to do their job correctly, but they just don't. As you seen earlier, the worker that had this one and the other one had the big brute decided to run into each other like a couple of real dummies. I don't know what was going on there. But, this should finish up this lick right here. And we should be done fertilizing. Yep, full fertilization state. We are good. Doesn't really take that long to fold up. I guess it does when you're 40-some meters wide. You fold it in here. There we go. Back up home. Get back in here. I love this thing fits. Makes me happy. Close the gate, jump in the pickup. Which is no surprise. It's case red, black bed, trailer hitch on the TDHD flatbed. Buy anything mod? Oh, you're good. We have the 645 FD John Deere headers with the blowers, and I say it every time. When you buy these, change the 2 color options. Change them, change them, change them. If not, they're not going to look right. One's labeled number 2, one's labeled number 1, even though we can't label the combines to match them, which I wish I could. And then the 2 largest John Deere corn headers, the 716Cs. Change the colors on these 2. Don't really know what it changes, but I changed them. Put the stands on them. The largest set of stomp stoppers. The best cutting knives. They're maxed out best. You can have everything. And then sitting right here, 2 things that really shouldn't be a shock. Flexicoil 24 meter, you don't see that back there. And then the Wilson pace setter in black. Those things should not be a surprise. Now I guess I'll reveal these to you. The 100-foot Harrowing code drill. Oh baby, it's time to get this bad boy back out. Finally on another map big enough to pull that son of a gun around. With the matching 7130 air cart. We're finally on an American map. It's big enough, spread out enough. You can actually pull the son of a gun around. Oh, that is cool. I've never actually seen one of those headers in real life, so the fact that your dad used one, that's cool to me. Makes me wonder though, do they really work like they're supposed to? I mean, do they really increase your crop yield? I'm sure they should, but I've never seen one. Let alone seen it used. There you go. Now you can see the extensions there. As you can tell, this is not the way this is originally. Cut all these trees out. Opened it up. Put us a nice big multi-ceiling right here. If I don't hit the frame for it. There we go. I've not used anything in this building yet. I'm not positive I'm going to. I bought it and stored it all, which you could probably guess what the stuff in here is for. Don't have anywhere to use it yet, but crud. These are kind of a given when it comes to what they're for. The Nova Cat, which has the swather on it. The 1455 XL with the black rims, the restored color. The small filter. Stainless steel straight cut pipe. And the Nova Cat that goes in the back. The matching one for the rear. Okay. Works best on good crop, I see. Here is the 240 Puma. This is something you've seen on a lot of my maps. Floaters, front loader attachment, even though I don't have one on it. Front loader on the 1455 as well. And I have the color matched weight on this one. Even that way, I don't think it's going to be pulling anything too bad heavy, but if it does, help keep that front end down. And then the rest of this is going to be pretty well common for you. Pottinger, Tedder, not a surprise there. Big feller. I just had a brain fart because they paid somebody out. Uh, Windrower. That's the word I was looking for. Uh, it is 14 meter. Oh, that's Tedder's. Yep, 14 meter. That's what I thought. That's not surprising. Now this is different. Massey Ferguson, big baler, wide tires, 6,000 liter square bales, big Heston baler. So we'd do big bales if we did bales. And then the auto loader for the big square bales. It is going to be, let's see if I can find it, the correct one in the store now that I'm doing the tour. I believe it is going to be this one right here. The TPW 180 square bales big. It didn't miss a whole lot. We're showing off equipment. I think we're actually just finished off with the last piece. This barn equipment, Caleb's pretty much the same old hay and straw equipment that you're used to seeing on my maps, minus the Heston baler and the auto loader for it. So you've not missed a whole lot. You did miss the big cedar though, but I'll go back and show it to you. It's right here, the 100-foot hoe drill from the Borgo DLC. If you've never seen that thing unfolded, oh my goodness. And heavy. And that particular piece of machinery is why that we have the 747 Big Bud on dubs, which is in this barn here with the two twin combines. Is because yes, you can use a quad track to pull that big seeder. You can use a Steiger. You can use the big John Deere 9RX. Now I do want to look in the store because I'm not sure if you can use the New Holland tractors that we got, like the Smart Tracks. Yeah, it said 620. This one you may not be able to. Looks like it has 500. Where's the engine? The T9 you could. Let's see if you can with the small frame. Small frame doesn't look like you're going to be able to. And then none of the rest of these are going to be big enough. So, you can with the T9, you can with the Smart Track, the large frame Smart Tracks, New Holland, and you can with the Steiger, the Quad Track, and the 9RX. But even the 747 Big Bud struggles to pull that seeder uphill. So if you're going to use that 100-foot seeder from the Borgo DLC, your best bet is the 747 Big Bud. And I saw a few trees out right here and added in this road to get from the farmhouse into the farm area. And I did a little work around the farmhouse here, planting actual grass, not the grass that had all the flowers and everything else in it. Same thing right here, put the grass in, not the grass with the flowers in it. I hate that grass because you can't cut the flowers. And you go through there and you'll see that, like that flower there. You go through and you cut that grass, but the flowers will still be standing up. So, I'm not a big fan of that grass. But, it works. We're able to cut the grass around the farmhouse, which is what's important in that case. Now you're probably wondering what I'm doing with the flatbed and the little low loader, other than wrecking crash counter 1. Aha! Now I managed to pull back out of it. I got something in mind I want to buy if I can afford it with 50-some thousand dollars. We're going to go see if we can. We can, we're going to load it up and we're going to take it back to the farm. Yeah, that's number 1. We'll see how many we end up with by the time this is over. If we have to lime again, which I don't think we will, but if we buy a new field or anything else where we need to, that's going to go up. I almost guarantee it. For some reason on here, when you turn a turn, especially that lime spreader and it full, it wants to start rocking back and forth. But this is why I like this particular little low loader so good. Not the fact that it stands it up off the ground or the fact that it makes the truck pull a wheelie, which it will do when you load it, but because you can control how fast these come down, and therefore you can make them come down very, very quickly. Unlike some of the low loaders that we've gotten recently. Now, let's see. There's not a lot of small case tractors other than these. Or the Vestrum, which is that awesome little tractor. But I have a different little tractor in mind. I was actually thinking the little Massey. Just because it's old school and yeah, that's about it. Now, this little tractor I really like too. That's too narrow. I'm liking that a lot. Those are some chunky back tires. Okay, we ain't doing Nokians. Okay, looks like we're going with those tires. Design, default, roll bar. What we're thinking, just a roll bar. attachers, front weight, or nothing. Yes, we need a front weight. And go with the 833 engine setup. $34,000. Perfect. We can afford that. Now, there's something else that I have in mind here. Ooh, only $1,000. Alright, just over 1,000. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Now I gotta remember to start the engine. Those are some big tires on this tractor. I like it. Alright, buddy. We'll get you something to eat. Alright, let's get this whole thing loaded up here. Truck gonna pull Willie. Gonna pull a baby Willie, but it's gonna pull one. This is not a good Willie for this truck. I've put stuff on there and made the truck's rear hitch completely digging the ground. But there's a simple way to fix this. All you have to do is raise your back ramps and it'll go back to the ground, and then especially once you unfold the trailer, it'll go back down. So all is well there. Now something really cool that I noticed this morning, and I didn't even think to mention it at the beginning of the stream, is the channel actually has hit 50 subscribers in the last day or two. I noticed it this morning actually. So, you know, I'm really excited about that. Hooray for us. We did it. We hit 50. A lot of people, you know, they may say 50, that's nothing. You know, there's people out there with millions plus. Well, we're a small channel starting out. So hitting 50 is tremendous. So, super happy, super excited about that. That was a good way to start the day. We're going to unload this little jewel here, and we will mow the yard. There ain't been nobody talking nothing to me. Let's get this grass right here in front of the farm mowed. While we're waiting on crops to grow, we got mowed. We have this nice little tractor to mow with. That was not the direction I intended to turn. I only have got my left and right confused today. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Didn't quite turn tight enough. Right, there we go. We're having a productive day today. We're getting to a little, another episode of our equipment tour series, which is good. I finally got my siren on my pickup in the real world working, so I can run my license sirens for the fire department again. I installed 2 more lights in my grill of my truck. All that made me pretty happy a while ago. And I thought, I started this new map last night, and got everything set up, and got the field ready to go, we're planning and getting going, everything today. Thought, it's time for another equipment tour episode. So, we'll jump in, we'll do another equipment tour. Got a new map going, we gotta do a new equipment tour. I didn't know this little tractor even had these big tires, but this is something that I've used before. It's just like this exact setup. What's up, RH? We doing a little mowing around the farm house here. Talking about what all I've got done today. You're seeing me do a lot of mowing in reverse right now. It's just easier to see with it running this little bush hog setup if you're mowing backwards. It's easier to see. But this little tractor is something that I've not used in a long time. I love the little thing. I don't know why I've not used it. I just haven't. But this is about the best purpose that this little tractor serves. There's not a whole lot that it can use, or that it can work with implement wise. Most implements require too much horsepower. At least for the farms that I run, they require too much horsepower. Because I run the farms that I usually set up just have two bigger fields, and I'm not going to run 20 horsepower required 2 and 3 meter implements. I'd spend 10 years trying to do one field. So you don't see this tractor a whole lot anymore on my map. But we do have it, I do like it, and I do want to use it. So we'll use it for this purpose. Keep our grass moving around the house. Now I do want to go check out the cattle lot, because I have done cattle on this map before. And I just want to go check it out and see if it's worth getting into since I've got the equipment. Stone Valley 4X. Yeah, I'd say on a 4X map it probably does. I didn't get to catch the stream on Saturday with Lancy Boy, but I watched it this morning. And I was helping a buddy clear trees out of his backyard Saturday. But I watched it this morning, and oh my goodness, I can't wait for that map to come out for console. I've already got some ideas in mind for it, and it's going to be sweet. And yes, there will be equipment tours and regular farming videos done on it once it comes out. The cow yard was one thing that really blew my mind on that map. Just the work he put in to create those custom barns, and the fact that he's got 2 pens there in one area, just there's gonna be some really cool cattle operations made on that map, and one of them will be mine. I'll just say that we're gonna have a good cattle operation on that map once I get it on here. Now to see if I remember how to get to the cattle map on here. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do it, completely knew ahead of time. But I had one of my buddies sent me a Snapchat, and he said they had just started or something, cut a tree down or 2 maybe at the most. And I asked them, I said, "You guys need any help?" And they said, "Yeah, come on." And so I took my chainsaw over, and we spent the whole day clearing trees. Yeah, from what I've seen, it looks like the 2X is gonna. They even said that the 2X is gonna be just as good as the 4X or better, from what they were saying. Yeah, this is bringing back memories when I played this before I had a YouTube channel, or before I was doing videos, really. Because I'm remembering where I had different things placed at around it. Oh yeah, we could definitely do something with cows on here. Got ran to that. I think this is only, I can't remember how many cows this holds. I'm gonna look in the menu in a minute. This is not our field. That's a field I do like using because it is huge, but don't own it yet. We'll buy it eventually. Ha! Didn't roll over that time. Alright, let's get into the owned items here and see. 350. Okay. I didn't think it was a regular 500. You can see certain buildings I kept. Most of them I sold. Yeah, you can go through and you can sell everything basically starting out on this map. So you can see as much equipment as I have. I've only used 848 slots. What I done though was I went in and deleted all starting equipment and deleted all the starting placeables minus the these two garage, these three garages or four garages, five, those five buildings. I kept those. Kept the workshop, the flag, of course. I'm not gonna get rid of that, and I kept the farmhouse. So other than those, you know, 8 placeables, I deleted everything. Placeables. I kept the cow pasture too. But other than the cow pasture, those five garages, the workshop and the house and the flag, I deleted everything. What's going on, Blade Maker? And therefore, I got the slot count down to less than 200 starting out on here. So, at all the slots in the world. Okay. Yeah, I know there's supposed to be, like, you can put a delay on the chat. I don't know if there's actually one showing up right now or not. I know you can put one on it. Uh, I've got the video playing on my phone beside of me. Uh, PS4, Blade Maker. PS4. Howdy's that? Yeah, I can see the delay now. RH, I can, because it just popped up on my phone and then took it a minute to pop up on my TV, so I see the delay now. But yeah, PS4 Blade Maker. Oh. Running it through a Ultra HD 65-inch TV, I believe is what is the TV I'm using right now. It's in my living room. I've not got one in my extra room that I'm going to use for doing videos and just playing in general. Hey, there's the toaster. There we go. Had to fix you, toaster. It didn't show you up as a moderator, and even though I'd put you as one forever ago. I'm doing good. How's everyone in chat doing? It's Chris asked. We're kind of just cruising around right now, waiting on the crops to finish growing, so I can turn the crop growth on fast. I didn't even think about that. I can show you my settings while I'm here too. Time scale I keep on ×5. Economic difficulty, I always keep it on good. Yeah, I know, YouTube for you. Traffic's on, even though you don't really see any traffic on this map unless you go into town. Dirt, fast, like dirty machines, they look good. Engine starts off, stop and go is off, fuel usage is on default, because if not, you can play for days and days and days and days and days and not use any fuel. Uh, I keep helper by turned on. Most of the time I've got the money, so it don't matter. So I go ahead and just keep it turned on, that way that it that the helpers will buy everything for me. So my equipment don't run out on me. There is something that I was thinking about buying the other night that I've not bought yet, that I think I will go buy, and there's a good reason for it. After I finish showing you the settings, brain fart, my phone battery's going low, and I was trying to get it charged. It's not going to charge since I'm using it to keep up with the chat. Withering always off. Destruction always off, because I will destroy crops because I never use carry wheels. Periodic plowing turned off. I don't have the field crater pack on, or you can plow with cultivators, which I know you don't have to actually plow. You can just cultivate it and plant your crops. That's why I don't have a plow at all right now. But I always keep that turned off. Lime required. Um, the weeds I always turn off. I don't have to fight with trying to take them out. And the autosave, I typically have it on 5 minutes, but right now I've got it off where we're doing the video, so it don't pop up on me every single time I try to go into the menu for something. Not one of mine, I don't think, but DJ Goham did one. Pretty sure my last stream was was before Saturday. I think my last one was Friday, maybe, or something like that. Well, it says my last one was 2 days ago. Yeah, see, I got the notification for it, but like I said, I was busy with helping a buddy out, so I didn't get to watch it till this morning. There's what I'm hunting for. Here's what I was thinking about buying. This jewel right here, and we don't want those. Yeah. I talked to DJ this morning, and I told him, I said, man, I said I couldn't have done it without you. I said the help you gave me, you know, just through advice, mentioning my name in your streams and stuff. I said the help you gave me, I couldn't do it. The time you did stream. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right, Zach. Because normally I do them later at night, but there you go, ELE. Uh, Today I decided just to go ahead and do it earlier because I was sitting here at the house with nothing else to do, and I thought, well, I'm playing this map. I said I was going to do equipment tours, and this is a new map that I've not done one on yet. So I said, all right, so let's do an equipment tour. Let's do another video. But I've got this brought up on screen. This is what I was looking at buying, was 2 of these, the Terra Variant 585s. Um, if you've not had these or you never used these, if you're going to be doing large fields, large seeders, you know, the 2 big Borgo air drills, the Seed Hawk air drill, the Terminator TH-18 air drill, having 2 of these on the farm are very, very handy, because you buy these, the 585s with no tank, and then you buy two of these right here. These two grain tanks have this auger pipe on them, 25,000 liter capacity. You can use them for seed and fertilizer. Buy two 585s, slap one of these on the back of each one of them, fill one up seed, one up fertilizer. You get out in the middle of the field and run out. Switch over to the 585 that you need, the seed or fertilizer or both, and just bring it out and dump it in. Works great. We don't have the money for those right now, but considering the Terra Variant 585 with the wide wheels is about $395,000 each. And then these are going to run another 130,000 each. So you're looking at close to $900,000 or more. Oh yeah, that's one thing I love is how, you know, we have this huge community family group. Alright, see you buddy, have a good one. How his channel, the Go Ham fan from his channel, shows the ELE to everyone, you know, to me, to Clutch, Virtual Farmer, Simulation for the Nation, shows love to all these other channels. You don't see that much on YouTube. You don't see, you know, people from one channel going over to another channel and showing everybody love. See, Zach. So that's one thing I really like about being a part of his channel is the fact that everybody shows love to everybody else from his channel to other channels. And I can't do nothing with that right there. I cannot tear that apart. I've tried. Can't even paint it. Right now we're kind of waiting on the crop to grow is what we're doing. I've got it on fast. I can turn time up and speed it up. Oh, you're staying. Oh, my bad. My bad. Let's see. What is there that is cool that we can go check out? Considering I've drove around the map before. I've tried it. I don't think you could tear that field up with it. Oh yeah, you can landscape on console. It's right here. So you can't actually terraform it. Crap. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Something that's happened to mine lately is the fact that when I flip through my painting colors, it doesn't actually change on the screen. See, that's not dirt. Neither was that. It's changing my paint color, but it's not showing me the paint color change where it says ground type. Don't understand it, but I can still I can still paint. That's what matters to me. Because if I couldn't have painted, I wouldn't have been able to do all the work that's been done to this map. Because all this was dirt around this silo, which really I did not like. Oh yeah, he's really cool, especially if you get to talk to him outside of YouTube. He's the same crazy dude that you see on YouTube. Oh yeah, anything technology's gonna stink. I'm hoping the new gen consoles are gonna be able to do more, be better than what these are. I mean, they're hyping them up real big. But we'll see how good they are when they come out. Back on the subject of OJ again. Yeah, he's the same crazy dude that you see on YouTube. I talk to him at least, you know, every couple days, every other day, something like that. And he's the same crazy guy. Uh, but that's also what makes him such a good dude too. At the same time, really, we like at least another growth stage before we even get ready to uh, harvest. Good night. Come on, fields, grow. Alright, they don't want to grow. I know an easy solution to that problem. We will speed up time. May have to go into the next day in game to get it to the harvesting stage, but we'll speed up time and see how it goes. Oh, crud, direct. And I bumped into the wall. I did that earlier, before I started the stream. I come from the farmhouse down into the main yard area there, and I jumped off the hill right here, I think it was, between these two trees, so as to not hit my Wilson trailer. And what did I do? I wound up coming off right there and hitting that burn corn header. Bump, not crash. That was a bump. Both of those were bumps. Don't give me that crash counter crap. Let's see. This is one of my fields here. Grow. Go. Come on, barley. Go up. Up. These fields should give pretty good yields. I mean, they're fully fertilized. They're limed. So they should do pretty good. Where are we at? Talking map. If you're asking about the map, it's Westbridge Hills. At the main farmhouse. Make sure I didn't leave no grass standing up. This grass here, we're just going to leave laying here. It's around the main farmhouse. It's going to be too hard to try to get into and get out of here. So we're just going to leave it laying. Which, I could probably get rid of that right there. Switch over. Come up here. And get right here. And hit that. Come on, bump over for me. Yeah, there we go. Gotta get rid of that grass. Out of the walk path here. And you can actually, believe it or not, you can sell the rocking chairs off this porch. And there's actually all the stuff that's in the farm, in this yard here, you can sell all of it, as I've done. There's 2 chairs on this back porch you can sell. There's a lot of placeables on this map when you start out. That they only take up a slot or 2 each, but when you add all of them up, they add up to a lot of slots. So that's the best way to go about that. To me, it's just to go through and get rid of every bit of it. Keep the house, keep the flag, keep all the actual storage barns you can pull into down there, and the workshop. Ditch the rest of it and start from scratch. Other than that, I never use start from scratch mode. Like I said, keep keep these 2 barns, keep this vehicle workshop, keep the farmhouse and the flag, ditch everything else in this farmyard, and build your own, like I done. Long as you, and of course all the crops are ready to be harvested now, and it time to go to bed. Can you sell your lawn? Let me fix my time scale here. And I don't know why I clicked off that menu. Sell the lawn. Nope. Sell the lawn there at the farmhouse. You have to sell field 16 and your entire farmyard. So we're going to go in here. We're going to take a nap. Go to bed. And we're going to do harvest once we get into the AM. Give me a cold drink of Pepsi there. Jump into the farm, into the pickup. It's time to go pull out the combines. This will be actually the second harvest on the map. The combine's got to run and harvest that field and that field over there because they had crops in them when I started the map. So they both field each when we started the map. Now it's time to drag them out and do a big harvest. We have barley in one field, soybeans in another, and wheat in another. So we will do the barley and the wheat first. I think I'm matching this header up to the newer combine. I bought them at the same time, but you know, you never. I just bought them and went with it. Now is straw swath on? No, it is not. And oh no, we got the power. Go, 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 go! Ha! See, I took all the trees out on both sides climbing this hill. Certain places like this, you will need to take trees out to be able to run these headers through. Like I'm climbing this hill with this one. But most of the maps, you can get the headers around and them on the front of the combines. You don't have to take them off. There's certain little places that it will cause an issue. I will go ahead and do straw bales on this. That is not blocked by an object. Go, you idiot. Do your job. Yep, that's the newer combine. Awesome. Poor idiot there. Didn't want to do it. Ah, why am I going right? Why am I going right? I told you I've got my... Hey, DJ! I didn't even see you in chat, man. Don't ask me why you didn't get a notification. That's the only reason I didn't send you a message, because I thought you got notification about it. We are starting harvest on Westbridge Hills. This is the first harvest that I actually planted. Using these big John Deeres. Big 790s. Wide tracks. Wide rear ends. Long pipes. You've been sitting around putting off recording. Come on, DJ. Oh, Zach gonna be. I see what you did there. Let's see. Let's enable straw swath on this one too. Let these two guys get to laying the straw out. And then we need to... You know what? No, I don't think we actually need this truck right now. Let's see. There's what I was hunting for. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change my mind again. As nice as that tractor is, as much horsepower as it has, it struggled last go round when I harvested for the first time on the map. The crops that were already in the ground. We're gonna pull out this big jewel. Not that one. This one. Fendt 1050 on American duals with a color match front plate. I'm right there with you, Zach. That makes three of us, because that's the first thing I do when I get up typically, is I come to the living room, get a cold pop, I ain't got one, turn my game on, put a DJ video on, and get after it. Now this we may not even need on this field, We shall see. But we shall place him right here just in case. Oh, you missed the baby case, DJ. We got the baby case. Let's see. Oh. Let's see, this is the one running this field. He will have to be emptied at least once. And then this guy, yeah, he's going to have to be emptied at least. He's got almost 50% off, only 2 passes, so he'll have to be emptied probably at least 2 to 3 times. There you go. Let's see, let's skip through. Oh, there's your baby case, DJ. Oh, yo, I mentioned this a while ago. I did not know it had those huge back tires. We need this truck though. Start it, close the door. I actually do have a weight for the front of this truck. I think it's actually the weight that's on the Puma right now is actually bought for this truck. I think. I don't know what to do with the weight I had on this truck. Whoops. Oh, where's that? Okay, you lost me at the cheese and avocado, man. I was with you with the bacon, sausage, pepperoni, and egg. But you lost me at the cheese and avocado. Get this set right here. Skip back through. We'll kind of do this for DJ since he's coming in late. You can see the Magnum and the Breedle, the Maestro, baby case, and the low loader. Steiger brought him back into my play. Missy B trailer, long Warrior Plus Plus sleeper, Big Brute. And then we got the Hardy down there on the end. 1455 XL with the mowers. Puma. Standard tedder, standard windrower you see me using. But down here on the end, the big Heston. Try to bring it out. Let's see, let me flip back through here. There's the combines. They're both getting. What is this idiot doing? No! You're not all the way back yet. Good idiot. Hey, I give DJ credit. Say he could probably drive a tractor. He did it growing up. He like me. He grew up on a farm. Yeah, do your job right, you idiot worker. Oh yeah, there's the tricks. That's where that weight for that that black sheep 6x6 went. It's on the back of the tracks for some reason. That was me. I was riding a dozer when I was big enough to sit in my dad's lap. Hey, hey, hey! How you think about this? 747 Big Bud. There's a reason that tractor's on here. DJ could probably guess why. He's been messing with friends with me a whole lot for a while with the channel, so he probably knows what that's for. No, it's not for the Plexicoil. Oh, there's the Wilson pace setter. Here's what the big bud is for. The 100-foot Paralink hoe drill from the Borgo DLC with the 7130 air cart. But we need to go back in here and see. Got these workers. He's about to be full. He's not. So we'll go ahead and jump in this. Ah, really? The engine shut off. Come on. Stupid tractor. And we got one. Barger. Who? Okay, he pulled 5 strips that happened to be, or 4.5 that happened to be unfilled, so maybe we can get him. Really? Man, that's... Let's try this again. And now dummy number 2 is full. Yeah, he just gonna have to wait. That's all I got to say. He just gonna have to wait. Something cool about your comment, Zach. My dad actually at his place in real life has got a Alice Chalmers G6 track loader. And it's one of the best running things he owns, I swear. He went through and completely rebuilt it. Rebuilt the engine from the ground up. Replaced all the hoses except for one, which blew on him the other day when he was using it. And it's one of the best running things he owns. Okay, see, RH, you're like me. My first tractor was a dozer. I was running Cat D6s by the time I was by myself with Dad sitting on the seat with me. By the time I was probably 7 or 8 years old. What I did there we go. Yeah, I mean, by the time I was... I didn't even start the engine, really. By the time I was 7 or 8, Dad had me running like Cat D6s and stuff like that by myself with him sitting on the seat. Now, me 20, almost 20, just a few months away from being 26, the only dozer he's got is a 1950s International Harvester TD14. And he will say to this day that I can run it better than he can. And if he wants a road cut, he wants me to do it with that dozer. So, let's see. I think it just got empty. He missed some down there too. I'll go back and get that when he gets done. A D4. Okay, your D8 that you ran, RH, was it? If you remember enough about it, was your D8? Was it hydraulic? Yeah, you gotta get recording. You got videos to make. There you go. Do the DJ thing. Peace. Because the reason I asked about the D8 that you ran, dude, I think the 9s are a lot smaller than the one that we've got. The TD14 that we've got is a pretty good sized dozer and a pretty heavy one at that. Alright. Like DJ says, peace. Okay, so it's hydraulic blade. Like I started saying a minute ago, the reason I asked was because we had a D8 when I was about 5 years old. See, we moved from one county to the neighboring county the summer I turned 5. And all the dozer work that was done at my dad's place when we moved there was with a D8. But the D8 that we had wasn't a hydraulic blade. The D8 we had was a cable blade. That's something that not only is you don't see them anymore running, but you don't see them anymore, period, really, is is the old cable blade dozers. And the D8 that we had was cable blade. You pull the handle, raise, and the cables would pull the blade up, back up the mountain. The blade was so heavy it would just drop itself. And then all you had to do was keep the cables tight coming down the mountain. And the blade was heavy enough it would dig into the ground on its own. I mean, now you kind of need hydraulics, especially for a lot of finer work that you do, finishing work. But back in them days, they didn't have hydraulics on them, which I miss that dozer. But Dad got it down in a hole, and I have yet to figure out how it done it. But it snapped the frame of that dozer in two, so he had to have it cut up for jump. There was no way to fix it. That broke my heart because that thing was fun. It's big, heavy, and old. What is this worker doing? Why is he turned sideways? Don't be stupid. You hear me in there? Don't be stupid. You're a girl. You should not mess up. Girls usually don't mess up. K-Series, that was cable, but never in it. D8 was an 84, and I think the D4 was early 90s. Okay, see, ours were, the dozers that we had growing up was mainly D6s. We had the D8 when I was, like I said, like 5, and it was cable blade. And then we had 2 or 3 D6s. They were all hydraulic blade. And the International that we have is a TD14. It's still got the International Harvester stickers on it, TD14 stickers, all that. And it is a hydraulic blade. And thing's awesome. The transmission's out of it right now, which we've got another one to go in it, but the transmission's out of it right now. But yeah, it's mostly hydraulic blade D6s until he got the International that we've got now. The Alice Chalmers, I don't know how long Dad's had it, but he's got the Alice Chalmers G6 track loader from the ground up. All the hydraulic hoses, the engine, pistons, rings, bearings, everything, completely rebuilt the thing. And he'll let his set for 6 months or more. Go to it, a couple quick shots of starting fluid, hit the starter, and the thing will fire right up and run like a brand new one. Now, his tracks are the real narrow, smooth tracks, which I can't stand. But he was digging horse manure out of a pen that he's got a horse in at his place the other day with it. And he blew a hydraulic hose trying to lift the bucket load of manure, so it's got to have a hose put on it. But the dozer, it's sitting at beside his place with the cab and everything took off of it. It's got the open air cab that has grates on the sides. Oh yeah. Did your D8 have the pony motor on it? Ours had a pony motor. If you tell me you don't know what that is, then I'll understand it didn't have one. But that's something I'm curious about, is if yours had the pony motor on it. And I ran newer model equipment. I ran a D10N, I believe it was, and stuff like that. Full enclosed cabs, automatic transmissions, all that stuff. I've ran an automatic D7 with enclosed cab. They're nice, but they're not the old machines. They're not an old piece of equipment. Something about the old pieces of equipment with the standard shift transmissions and the clutches and all that stuff. Okay. See, that one ours had the pony motor where you had to start you had to start the pony motor and then use HIT to start the big diesel motor. And that was something different. That's something you don't see anymore. And that's something I don't think dozers have had pony motors for 60, 70 years probably, which is something, you know, most people that you see working on equipment or running equipment nowadays don't even know what a pony motor is because they never had to deal with one. But that's something that's a bygone thing from the past is pony motors on dozers. Just get the big diesel motors started. I miss stuff like that. I miss old equipment. Straightforward diesel, no pony. Man, we got into a nostalgic conversation today. Uh, I miss running equipment. You know, I don't run equipment now. You know, if Dad's dozer was running, then yeah, I might would do something with it every now and then. You know, recut the road to the back side of his place with it or something like that. But other than that, I don't have opportunity to run equipment like that anymore. And it, excuse me, had to sneeze. Uh, I don't get to run equipment much anymore. Yeah, hit blows my mind. You know, you could take a guy out here, you know, it says, oh, I've run dozers for 20, 25 years. And you go, okay, what's a pony motor? I don't know. Well, then you just don't know enough about dozers to be running them then, buddy. Back in the day, that's the only way you get one started unless you roll started it. You can't roll start them anymore either because they're not standard shift anymore. They've got little electronic push button shifters on them now. I can't tell you the times that growing up we parked a D6 on a hill and set the blade down to where we could back it off, let it roll backwards off a mountain, slam the clutch into back on it, and you know, slam that clutch back, hit catch, kick into gear, and fire off and start. Done that so many times. Yeah. Something like that right there. You ask them what that is, see if they get it right. Most people you ask something like that to, they're gonna be gray-headed or white-headed. They just, you know, they don't know because they've never had to be around it. It's like you said earlier, the new stuff is nice, but it's not the old stuff. The old stuff's so much better. At least to me, it's better. You know, the old stuff, it didn't tear down as much. If it did, it was easy fixed. You know, you could go to any part store and find a piece and make it work. You can't do that stuff anymore. Now you have to go to a certified dealer and they have to order the part from the factory, and they about won't let you just have it and put it on yourself. They want to make you let a certified dealer come do it and all that. I'm gonna let RH explain that one to you. RH, go for it. Tell him what a drop bulldozer is. I'll let him do the honors on that one. We got to move this combine. It needs to go to another field, which I'm going to wait on starting this combine on this other field until the other one gets ready to join him. Because I figured out when I harvested the crop that was in the field base, yep, there you go. That was a difficult starting process right there, but it it worked at the time. Uh, got all nostalgic over here. They just don't make. It's like an old timer would say. They don't make them like they used to. A lot of people make fun of old people for saying that, but it's true. They just don't make stuff like they used to. Yeah, exactly. Coolest, most confuzzulating engine ever. Started on gas and they sit there and run for a little while and then just took the gas off, open the fuel rack, let her go. Let her do her thing. Things ain't like they once was, that is for sure. How the equipment tours turned into an old equipment discussion today. And I am not complaining one bit. I am not complaining one bit. Okay, click show. There's nothing wrong with RH's comment. I don't know, I guess it's because of the down her throat part's the reason YouTube was like, don't know about this comment. Ain't nothing wrong with that comment. But yeah, them old machines, they something different. I like the fact that you can still get away with running off-road diesel in them. YouTube don't understand language like we do. Yeah, it definitely can be, Tots. It definitely can be. That tractor looked over at my cat, because we've got a cat at the house. And she's sitting at the back doors. Now we've got the big double back doors on our house that goes under our back porch. And it's got the big, huge windows. She's sitting there staring at the windows on the back doors. Little fat cat. Alright, we need to switch over to the truck. I hear a siren outside. I got mine fixed today. Made me happy. I know, I'm kind of random. That's what makes it fun, though. Hey, that's what Dad does. Dad works for a company as a mechanic, but he's also got his own shop. And in the wintertime, when he's in his own shop, that's what he does. He has a heater that runs off of used motor oil. And it's one of those big heaters. I know you're probably he probably uses the exact same one I'm getting ready to talk about. The one that's supposed to hang from the ceiling. It's got the blower and stuff in it. That's exactly what Dad uses for his shop. And if you've been in that garage, I'm sure you understand this part too. Those things keep a shop warm. When Dad's got that one running and burning oil good, got his garage closed up, it can be 10 degrees and pouring snow 6 inches deep on the ground outside, and you can walk around there in a pair of ball shorts. Yeah, them old dozers, they could be temperamental at times, but you couldn't beat them on the work you could do with them. You missed something. I was talking about where you said all the used motor oil from the garages. Okay, my blonde moment, RH, not yours. You were talking about the used motor oil for fuel in the dozer, right? Okay. See, that's where I had the blonde moment at. Because when you said he used it for fuel, my mind went to fuel for a heater, not for the dozer. Um, because Dad uses used motor oil for, he burns it in his heater for heat in his personal shop that he's got. And that's where my mind went. So, yeah, my brain fart, not yours. Because Dad's got a 30 by 50 shop. He built not long after we moved to where he lives at. And that shop and his personal service truck paid a lot of bills growing up. Yeah, squirrel moment. It's like, yeah, we're dumping grain. Squirrel! Right across my seaboing field. Seaboing field? Yeah, seaboing field. Yep, that makes sense. Pretty much, yeah. I do that with my girlfriend all the time. We'll be driving my pickup down the road or something, see a squirrel going across the road, and she'll, squirrel! Yeah, I see your comment right now, Zach. You've been trying to comment and it not been showing up? Because I see that one. If you've tried to comment something else, it's not showing up. I don't know why, but yeah, we see that one. Yeah, drift it! And jackknife it. I don't know, they're showing up now. RH, the YouTube overlords have spoken. I'm about to throw something at a cat. She's scratching on the back doors. I'm about to like throw a dip can at her, my truck keys or something. Cat! I had to yell at her, she's gonna scratch the back door all to pieces. I don't know what she's scratching at, but she's scratching at something. I would run regular chaser beside of him, but if you put that pipe out, I don't know if I do. I will hit the header or something because I think I run a chaser beside the combines. Come on, where's the combine? Oh, there it is. The other one's sitting there, he's waiting. Because I figured something out running these two combines on the field full of soybeans when I harvested the crop that was in it when I started the map. I figured something out for them two combines to where they pretty much never hit each other. Pretty much the entire field, and they never hit. Yeah, we got confused ourselves. Don't feel bad. Alright, said something about running oil as fuel in a dozer, and then I started talking about running fuel in a heater to keep the garage warm, and then we both got all kinds of confused. So, yeah, you're caught right up. Ooh, a 330 grader. That's cool. We never owned a grader. We owned a bunch of dozers, the track loader he's got now, but never a grader. He actually took a international harvester dump truck, a 57 model, apart not long ago, and it broke my heart. It was a 57 international harvester dump truck, and he bought a 80 something Ford V8 diesel, no turbo, and took the dump bed off of the International and swapped it. Put it on the Ford, put the flatbed on the International, and it broke my heart. I told him, I said, just fix the International. They are rare. The Buzzin' Dozen out of semis are rare too. Now I know RH probably knows what I'm talking about when I say a Buzzin' Dozen. At least I hope he does. Do you know what those are? You know what the Buzzin' Dozens are? Those machines are pretty easy to identify just by the sound of the engine. Yep, they're V12s, yeah. They're the big 12 cylinders. Detroit's. They don't make them anymore either. Screaming Jimmy. They had one that was a 16 cylinder Detroit now, didn't they? In some of the older big trucks, I think. I can't remember what they were called, but I'm pretty sure they did. I mean, if we just want to talk about semis, then 379 Classic, I mean, you can't get no better than that. Yeah, I mean, a Pete with a Buzzin' Dozen would be cool. Me personally, I like the 3406 or 3408 cats in a Pete. The Cummins are alright too, putting the big N14s in them. But 3406 or a 3408 cat would be my favorite motor in a Pete. They might have been, and I hit the wrong button. They might have been. Which I like a 379 or 389, 3406 or 3408. Hooked up to an 18 speed. That's my favorite. Never got to drive one, but they're definitely my favorite just by the sound alone. And the looks. I mean, you can't beat a long hood Pete in, like, how good a semi looks. Oh yeah. Now that's where it's at. I have a buddy. He's my friend. He's a 26-year Marine vet that bought his own truck, and he bought a 379 with a 15 speed, I believe it was. I can't remember if his engine is a 3406 or if he got the N14 Cummins. I can't remember. I'd have to find pictures of his truck and see. But he got one or the other. I can't remember which. 388 ISX 600. Ooh, you're making me jealous, man. I wish I could have a truck like that. The company I work for is cheap. They buy Volvos. Note I said the company I work for, not my own personal choice. The company buys Volvos because they're cheap. But they did give me a 2019 truck. And they take good care of me. So I can't complain about the truck too much, as good as the company does me. Now, if I had my own choice, if they was to ever come to me and say, we're going to buy you a new truck, you tell us what dealership you're going to, and let us pick, and you pick it out, then I would go Pete. Heck, don't even. Trust me. I've been driving them for 2.5 years. I know. They are not the stoutest trucks in the world. They are not the best looking trucks in the world. But they're good fleet trucks. If you're gonna be if you own a big company and you're gonna run a large fleet of trucks, then they're cheap to buy and cheap to work on. But if you're gonna haul heavy, oversized, anything like that, then by all means, Pete is the only way to go. Or, well, I take that back. You can run KW too, but well, I was going to finish this field and do the soybean field, but I actually have to go. So we're gonna have to cut the stream off now. It's been great having y'all in here. It's been a really fun chat. I've loved every minute of it. Uh, but like I said, if I didn't have to go, I'd keep the stream going. But I've got to get off here. I got something to go do. So thank y'all for jumping in. It's been fun. Uh, I'll catch y'all later. We may do another stream later on when I get time later on tonight. But for right now, that's gonna be it. We're gonna call it at this right now. And once I save the game, we are going to call it. See y'all.